Just tell me honestly, honestly. Yeah, where are we going? Yeah, where are we going? Yeah, where are we going?
Hey guys, let me recap the day. First of all, I woke up at 7 a.m. and have gotten zilch done, but my hair is epic. Thanks to having a roommate. Yeah, it's really fun living with a bunch of girls. Woke up, so I did accomplish one thing today. My roommate and I had a wonderful Bible study this morning. But yeah, I woke up at 7 a.m. and I was like, cool, she's gonna go to work, I'm gonna have my run and be super productive, and by 3 o'clock I'll have done like all of these things. And it's 1 and I've done nothing. But that's okay because it's quarantine. But today I want to talk about the topic of enlightenment, encouragement, community, fellowship, friendship, in all one word, friendship, and how to give constructive criticism. So for the past, I would say particularly 2 years of my life, but really my entire life, I have been like a sponge. I just soak up knowledge and I want to learn and grow and constantly be improving myself, bettering myself. And that takes, if my phone would be so kind as to not fall. I've always been really big on trying to grow, learn about myself. I'm like a sponge. I like to hear about, get knowledge from everywhere and just kind of decipher what I believe, but constantly be learning and challenging myself and growing. I've been told from time to time, you are just easily manipulated and you take in too much, and that I had to recognize in myself as well. I had to learn and be self-aware, I am doing that. I'm taking a million different opinions and not figuring out what I believe. So now it's like you go into a library and you read a million different books. Say you're studying faith. So you go read about all the different religions, and then you have to decipher for yourself, out of all this knowledge that you just learned, what do you believe? I think it's super, super important to be open and to be constantly learning and to be a sponge and soak up everything, but also decide what you believe. Now, part of that will come from having friends and fellowship and people that you know and respect their opinions, to get counsel from and to have some people to call you out on your stuff. For a long time, I had multiple different people and I was putting them on these pedestals they seem to have their stuff together, so I'm going to listen to this person. Instead of being I see that they have their stuff together, I respect what they're saying, but I'm not really sure if that works and lines up for me, so let me dig a little further. Lazy-minded, lazy thinking. But it's really, really important too that as we counsel our friends, that we make sure that we're doing that to the best of our abilities too. So for me, step 1 with friendships and growth and self-growth and really getting the most out of our friendships is choose wise friendships. Surround yourself with people that you know and respect, and you can really learn from them, and because of their background or because you have same core values, that the opinions that they're going to give you are probably going to be pretty close to yours. Number 2, make sure when you do get knowledge from them that you are taking time to yourself to be is that something I agree with? And really digging deeper, not just taking it for face value, but actually figuring out if it lines up with your core values and what you believe and who you're trying to become and who you're trying to become the best version of yourself, but what kind of person do you want to be? So make sure if you're listening to wisdom from another woman, that's the kind of woman that you see she's either on the path to being the same type of person you're trying to be, or that she is older and already someone that is just like the type of person you are growing in. I'm not saying you're trying to be someone else, be you, but you should always have a end in sight of this is my goal, but I'm trying to be more loving, be more giving, be more gracious, that type of person. So I'm not gonna ask someone who is really, really stingy, how do I like appropriately use my money, because they're probably gonna teach me stingy ways and I want to learn how to be more generous, so I'm gonna talk to someone who's more generous. And the other thing is, you just definitely have to be careful. My biggest thing that I've been learning the past like 4 years, it was so important to me to be called out on stuff I need to work on and stuff that you can't recognize in yourself because you're biased. It's like when someone's in a relationship, a girl's in a relationship, and you're like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And so you're like telling your friends, stop doing that. This is crazy. Why are you with him? But then the moment you're in a relationship with the guy that's doing the exact same thing, it's like, well, I mean, it's different. It's different with me. Okay, of course you think it's different with you because you're the one in love. So it's the same thing with advice, right? We are told things and we don't want to take it because we can't see it because it's us. But we'll give that advice to other people all the time. You have to do 2 things. Remove yourself and be like, they may be seeing something in me that I don't have the capability of seeing, or I'm blinded to it because it's me. And then because of that, so I knew that, right? So I know that, and I'm like, okay, so I want to listen to people who love me and are calling me out on stuff. So I kind of got to this point where I was like, I don't even care how mean they're being about what they're saying because I want that truth so bad. And I want to know what I'm doing wrong and I want to fix those things. And it hurts to hear and I fight it like a storm. But in my gut, I'm like, maybe that is true a little bit. And then so I slowly learn and grow. And a lot of things that have been told to me, even in the wrong way, have served me because I've ended up being like, didn't like how they said that, but I like that they're saying truth, and so that I can grow. And I've improved and improved and improved. But what I realized is that at the same time, I'm also being hurt. And we can't grow when we're not growing equally in our self-love. So when someone is giving you advice, things you need to work on, but also tearing you down, it kind of has like an opposite effect. So it's like a dancer in dance class. If she's trying to like get you to do better, and she needs to be blunt with you. She needs to be like, you're doing that move wrong. This is how you do it the correct way. But if she says, you're doing that move wrong, you suck, you should probably give up a dance, it's probably gonna make you be like, forget you, I got this, and fight harder to learn to dance so that you can come back and be like, I can dance now, which is great, like lit a fire under my butt, that's cool. But it also like isn't healthy. Having someone that is constantly telling you, this is what you're doing wrong, this is how you do it right, I'm gonna keep supporting you. Even if you keep falling and you keep messing up the dance move, I'm gonna keep telling you, you're still doing it wrong, but I'm here for you and I support you and I believe you can do this. And I think that for me, that was my own insecurity, is not being able to believe that I could do it without someone being aggressive and like having that dance teacher yell at me and be like, you can't dance. Like for me, I actually got to the point in my mind where I believed I need to be yelled at in order to actually correct my behavior. I need to be challenged and told that I can't do it at all in order to light a fire under my butt to get me to do it. But that was my own self lying to myself, because I can do it. I can do it with people loving me and supporting me and not tearing me down. Because at the end of the day, even if you are growing and learning and you're like, yes, I can come back to a dance teacher and be like, I can dance like a pro now, I just got signed, blah, 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 you still like are hurt. So if you then, speaking of great people, I had to pause because my friend's mom, who is a strong believer and just an amazing, incredible woman, called, and she has just been like such a light on my life. But another person just showing me that like you can be loved on, and she's so blunt with me. She's like an Italian mom. Like she'll say it like it is, but she loves me and she loves me aggressively. And she's like, I see you mess up, I'm still here for you. And I'm still gonna tell you to stop doing that. But I'm still here for you and I still love you. And it's just so important because, again, if you have this dance teacher that's telling you, you know, you can't do it, blah, blah, blah. So then you do it and you fix it and you got your behavior and you come back. Chances are, number one, if the dance teacher thought that of you in the first place, the dance teacher is going to continue thinking that of you no matter how good you're doing. And number two, then you have a whole new load of problems that you have to fix. Because now you have to deal with the fact that A, they spoke to you that way, B, you let them speak to you that way, and just that pain and feeling like, wow, like I really had to like prove something and validate myself. Like I didn't do this because I loved it. Maybe I just did it because I was trying to validate myself. And that shouldn't be why you're dancing. You should be dancing because you love dancing. And you should be learning from someone who's teaching you and loving you through the process and sees when you don't do a, I don't even know any dance terms, pirouette correctly, and teaches you how to do one and loves you through it and picks you up when you fall down and have bruises and your feet hurt, because that's life. It's a dance. Yes, I refer to everything as music because I love music and dance and anything that related. The point of all of this and the point of my Bible study with my roommate this morning was be kind to yourself, and just know that you're loved and trust yourself. Trust your instinct. You can improve. You can get better, and you can enjoy the process, and be loved on, and work through. Everyone has flaws. Everyone has things wrong with them. You don't need to constantly like hate on yourself and be down on yourself in order to get better from them. You can do it in a healthy way and be like, okay, I'm going to go to my wise counsel. I'm going to ask them what I need to work on. They're going to tell me. And then I'm going to be like, okay, I do need to work on that. And you're going to step back and you're going to work on it. And you're either going to get it or you're not. You're going to come back to them and be like, does it seem to you like I'm improving in this area? And they'll be like, no, but we still love you. Or they'll be like, yeah, we see it's happening. And we are so proud of you. And then that is the kind of fire you want lit under you, because I'm telling you, it's happening to me right now. When I'm finally having people, when I get like even a message from someone saying like, I see you changing, I see you growing, I see you respecting yourself more and respecting and loving others more. It's like, that is the fire I want under my butt. That's gonna make me run 10 times faster than my anger against, you know, that's not who I am. It was like trying not to eat sugar. 2 years ago, you know, when I was really going through it, I was like so hard on myself. I was back and forth. I'm going to be a good, like, I'm going to be better. I'm going to fix myself. And then you just crash because you're just depriving yourself of like sugar, like a diet. And then you can't take it anymore. So you eat all the sugar. But if you start, instead of doing that, being like, oh, I really like this grilled chicken, and I just discovered this new recipe with like all of these herbs, you start thinking about those things and you get excited, and then before you know it, you haven't had sugar in like 10 weeks. So that's kind of my really long description of advice, friendship, fellowship, counsel, and how to improve yourself the right, healthy way. So leave any comments below on things you're working on, or praise reports, things you're like, I totally agree, I'm doing way better in this area. Or, you know, I had a friend help me try to like learn how to rollerblade and now we're killing it because they were supportive, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Leave it below. If you need any prayers, prayer requests, leave it below. If you have any other questions, shoot them at me. So that was my really long rant for today. And guess what, guys? We're halfway to the weekend, but don't live for the weekend. Live for the week. Ciao.